So I just did it on Instagram. I was trying to do it at the same time on my laptop, but it wasn't working. So now I'm just doing it on here, just in case anybody does join. So we're going to reread John 14. And I think for now, that's it, because I probably want to go shower at like 9. So, yeah. Okay. Jesus comforts his disciples. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. You know the way to the place where I am going. Thomas said to him, Lord, we don't know where you are going. So how can we know the way? Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on you do know him and have seen him. Philip said, Lord, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. Jesus answered, Do you know me? Don't you know me, Philip, even after I've been among you such a long time? Anyone who has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, Show us the Father? Don't you believe that I am in the Father and that the Father is in me? The words I say to you I do not speak on my own authority. Rather it is the Father living in me who is doing his work. Believe me when I say that I am in the Father and the Father is in me, or at least believe on the evidence of the works themselves. Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me, I will do the works I have been doing. Whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I'm going to the Father. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. If you love me, keep my commands, and I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Before long, the world will not see me anymore, but you will see me, because I live. You also will live. On that day, you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. Whoever has my commands keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I too will love them and show myself to them. Then Judas said, But Lord, why do you intend to show yourself to us and not to the world? Jesus replied, Anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. These words you hear are not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. All this I have spoken while still with you. But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I have said to you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I give you. I do not give as the world gives. Don't let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. You heard me say, I'm going away, and I'm coming back to you. If you loved me, you would be glad that I am going to the Father, for the Father is greater than I. I have told you now, before it happens, so that when it does happen, you will believe. I will not say much more to you, for the prince of this world is coming. He has no hold over me, but he comes so that the world may learn that I love the Father and do exactly what my Father has commanded me. Come now, let us leave. That was John 14. And now I'm going to read John 15. But I do want to talk about a couple of things. Because, on my Instagram live, I was like, I don't know, never done this before. So I was like, I didn't really know what to do. But, I kind of do want it to be like a Bible study-ish, but I think it's nice to just read his word as well. But one thing that I didn't point out was when he says, Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. I recently, months recently, just realized and was told that when he says this, I'm pretty sure it was my little sister who told me, because my little sister teaches me so much. But she told me when he says this, he means in the sense of like, in case you didn't know if you're new to coming to God, he means like his peace is not like the world's peace. The world's peace is like drugs, money, fornication, all of those types of things, even just like people or drinking, the club, like nightlife, and that's the world's fulfillment, and that's the world's peace. And it's very temporary and momentary. If you definitely know, because I feel like we've all been there in some sense. No matter what it was, we were idolizing or putting something above God. So, but his peace he leaves with us, and it's not like the world's peace. And sometimes it's hard to even grasp this or understand this or really accept, like, oh, I have peace, like, that Jesus gave me, not as the world gives me. But I feel like it's only, like, accessible when we're only thinking and focused on Jesus. If we have any, like, literally anything else in our, like, in the way of our mind, then we're not going to actually be able to, like, take on that peace that he's given us, because we're focused on other things. We're focused on the things of the world. We're focused on worldly things. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. I'm going to read 15 now. John 15. I'm trying to get comfortable. I am, but I'm not at the same time. Okay. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Some branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. I love that part, because now we know what the truth is. We know that Jesus is the way. We know what's going on. Like your eyes are open to see the truth. You know what I mean? Like you don't have the scales in your eyes anymore. So we know God's business. We know what's happening. So we're his friends. Because he says, instead I have called you friends, for everything that I have learned from my Father I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command: love each other. And then this part was something I was really excited to read. It's the world hates the disciples, which is very encouraging when you feel like casted out, when you feel alone, when you feel lonely, when you feel like you don't fit in, like you can't fit in, or like people think you're a weirdo because you love Jesus. So, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teaching, they will also obey yours. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them the works no one else did, they would have not been guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. So just remembering that, like, as you're going through this walk, people are not, he says, if you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. But you don't. You don't belong to the world. So they're not going to be like your friends. Like, they might be your friends, you know what I mean? So, but they're not gonna accept you for how you live. You know what I mean? Like, it'll probably make them uncomfortable. Like, them seeing the way that you live, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak to others, the things that you don't indulge in. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to make people feel weird and uncomfortable because they're not used to it. You know, they're used to somebody, like, them asking somebody, like, oh, we're going to the club, you want to come? And them saying, yeah. But you saying no is completely different. So, yeah, they might not be your friend anymore. They might unfollow you, and that's okay. Something that my college life pastor will say is, he's like, that's okay, we got new friends, we can make some new friends. And I'm like, no, for real though, like, there's always room to make new friends. And it is kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. It is, but I feel like it's worth it. It's so worth it to be, like, alone rather than to be surrounded by people who aren't actually, you know, doing the will of God or wanting to do the will of God. So yeah, I'm gonna read, because it's 8:56 and I want to take a shower at like 9, so I'm gonna read John 16. And if you want to read through John 17 with me, that is on my Instagram. But if you don't have that, completely understand. But yeah, so let's go ahead and read through John 16. The work of the Holy Spirit. When the advocate comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. And you also must testify, for you have been with me from the beginning. All this I have told you so that you will not fall away. They will put you out of the synagogue. In fact, the time is coming when anyone who kills you will think they are offering a service to God. They will do such things because they have not known the Father or me. I have told you this so that when their time comes, you will remember that I warned you about them. I did not tell you this from the beginning because I was with you, but now I'm going to him who sent me. None of you asked me, where are you going? Rather, you are filled with grief because I have said these things. But very truly I tell you, it is for your good that I am going away. Unless I go away, the advocate will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. When he comes, he will prove the world to be in the wrong about sin and righteousness and judgment. About sin, because people do not believe in me. About righteousness, because I'm going to the Father, where you can see me no longer. And about judgment, because the prince of this world now stands condemned. I have so much more to say to you, more than you can bear. But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears, and he will tell you what is yet to come. He will glorify me because it is from me that he will receive what he will make known to you. All that belongs to the Father is mine. That is why I said, the Spirit will receive from me what he will make known to you. The disciples' grief will turn to joy. Jesus went on to say, in a little while you will see me no more. Then after a little while you will see me. At this, some of his disciples said to one another, "What does he mean by saying, 'In a little while you will see me no more'? And then after a little while you will see me?" And because I am going to the Father, they kept asking, "What does he mean by a little while? We don't understand what he is saying." Jesus saw that they wanted to ask him about this, so he said to them, "Are you asking one another what I meant when I said, 'In a little while you will see me no more'? And then after a little while you will see me? Very truly I tell you, you will weep and mourn while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but your grief will turn to joy. A woman giving birth to a child has pain because her time has come. But when her baby is born, she forgets the anguish because of the joy that a child is born into the world. So with you, now is your time of grief. But I will see you again, and you will rejoice, and no one will take away your joy. In that day, you will no longer ask me anything. Very truly I tell you, my Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask, and you will receive, and your joy will be complete. Though I have been speaking figuratively, a time is coming when I will no longer use this kind of language, but will tell you plainly about my Father. In that day, you will ask in my name. I am not saying that I will ask the Father on your behalf. No, the Father himself loves you because you have loved me, and have believed that I have come from God. I came from the Father and entered the world. Now I am leaving the world and going back to the Father." Then Jesus' disciples said, "Now you are speaking clearly and without figures of speech. Now we can see that you know all things and that you do not even need to have anyone ask you any questions. This makes us believe that you came from God. Do you now believe?" Jesus replied. "A time is coming, and in fact has come, when you will be scattered, each to your own home. You will leave me all alone. Yet I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Okay, that's all that I'm going to be reading on here tonight. If you guys want to see what else I read, or anything else that I kind of talked about a little bit, then yeah, you can look at that on the Instagram one. But I'm gonna try and do this more often because I actually really like this. So yeah, and probably talk more. But this kind of I have to get used to this because I don't know. Yeah, I just have to get used to this. I'm definitely not used to this. So yeah, but it's so nice to have you guys here. And I just realized I don't think I even looked at any of the comments on my Instagram one because I was just reading. So hey guys, oh, thank you. I'm on your prayer list. That's so sweet. Thank you. But literally, yeah, they're not going to have the same desires as you. At all. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and do this more often. So, yes. Thank you guys. I hope that you guys, got some good stuff from this, and that you go seek God on your own, on these passages, because these ones are really good. He just led me here today. I just started reading this today. So I was like, yeah, we got to read this because it was too fire. But yeah, okay. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye. Hopefully I know how to end this. Otherwise, it's going to be Aki.